afternoon, students. Today in nursing management and administration, I had selected in the continuation of the last video, that is principle of controlling. In the previous video, we had discussed about the introduction part, then the definition of controlling and the meaning of controlling. Then we had discussed the purposes of controlling, and then the scopes of controlling in nursing management and administration. Now continuing from here, the principle of controlling. So here are certain principles that are being followed while we are doing controlling function of the management in the nursing management or the administration, or generally these are the principle for the controlling. The first principle is objective. So controlling should be done, yeah, control of the supervisor or the seniors over their subordinates or the juniors should be according to the positive or the objectives. When we are assigned with some project or some kind of a event that we have to complete, so controlling should be according to the objective of that project. Ki what we want to achieve at the end of the event or at the end of the project, for what we are doing the project, we have to keep our eye over those objectives and the goals, and focus on the direction which help us to achieve those goals or the objective within a certain period of a time, or can say within a less period of a time, less use of the money and the material, within the budget that is beneficiary for us. So the controlling should be in the direction of the objective, to be followed the objective that are preset or pre-planned to achieve the project. Here what it is written: control must positively contribute to the achievement of the group goals by promptly and accurately detecting the deviation from plan, and with a view to making corrective action possible. Okay, whenever अगर हमारी controlling के time means, controlling is what, you have a supervisor, you have a our eye who is keeping eye all the time over you, over your performance, over your responsibility, either you are performing well or not. So for that reason, agar those the objective which are previously determined ki what we have to achieve, if the controller or the supervisor or the senior person feel that by moving in this direction, by going with the plan, there can be certain hurdles that can get into the way and we are not able to achieve the objective. So accordingly, if they are controlling, if they know the pros and cons of the situation, they can change the direction, they can change the plan accordingly. Next is interdependence of the plan and the control. So principle of interdependence, it is whenever we are planning, means planning is what we are doing in the predetermination, or can say previously, before moving into the action, we used to provide a plan of action. So if someone is controlling told you, if the plan what we had planned to achieve the objective, it is not significant, it is not proper, and it is not fruitful, so we can bring the change. So interdependence mean they are correlated, or can say these depend on each other. If the controller find that the planning is not proper, then the controller can bring the change in the plan according to the need and according to the situation. Similarly, according to the plan, we can change the way of controlling, either it can be the autonomous, either it can be the democratic one, to depend on the leadership quality which we have to use according to our plan for a particular kind of a project what we are going get into it. So what here it is written: the principle of interdependence states that more the plan are clear, complete and integrated, and the more that controls are designed to reflect such plans, the more effectively control will be serve the need of the manager. So that's what I explained to you. Next is control responsibility. Okay, when we talk about responsibility, it always come with the authorities. So the what controller is provided with certain authorities. Authorities is what, that he is provided with the power. He can keep eye over others. If he is not finding that someone is not performing their responsibilities properly, he can bring the can be punitive even for the next person, can provide the person with the punishment. Either can be the deterioration, either can be, means depend on the situation. So when we talk about the responsibilities, it always come with the authorities. What the controller responsibility is to keep eye over others, to keep others engaged, to provide direction to the subordinates, to provide the leadership, to provide the skills, or to help them in resolving the problem or doing the task. So these are the responsibilities. But when he is performing these responsibilities, his voice should be loud, his voice should be audible, not in the sense of volume or the speech, but he should have that skills. Not even the skill, only we used to listen to someone until or unless he don't have some kind of powers. Okay, in the family, when it comes over the parents, we used to get afraid of our parents because they are the higher authorities. You know, if you will not perform this thing, you will get the punishment. Same where the controller he has the uh, authority to punish you, to make you provided with the deed if your works are not proper, if your rituals are not according to the situation. So it is necessity of the controller to have the authority along with the responsibilities. What here it is written, according to this principle, the primary responsibility for the exercise of controls rests in the manager charged with the performance of a particular plan involved. Next is principle of controls being in conformity to the organization pattern. So controlling, there are the guidelines, there are the standard, who will be in the control of whom, who has to answer to the which authority, means there is the organizational pattern. Okay, when we talk about the hospital, the topmost authority is CNO, chief nursing officer, then our nursing superintendent, followed by assistant nursing superintendent, then the senior nursing officer, and then the nursing officers. So this is the hierarchy. Here it is also mentioned कि हमें conformity होनी चाहिए, that who gonna control whom, and to whom the person has to revert back, or who, to whom he is answerable. For example, if any kind of mishappening happen, or any kind of incidents happen in the ward, for example, the nursing officer was provided with the patient of the care, for the care of the, okay, palliative care. Okay, then a person is with the cancer and he is on a palliative care, and the nursing officer forgot to provide the palliative care, such like the, okay, पेरेंटल न्यूट्रिशन देना भूल गया नर्सिंग ऑफिसर. सो for that incident he is answerable, he has to answer for such incident to the senior nursing officer. And when it come over the report of the ward, the senior nursing officer has to report to the assistant nursing supervisor. And the assistant nursing supervisor hai, what's his work is, he has to come in the night, he has to collect the census, and then he has to report to the nursing superintendent. And samely the CNO used to keep eye over everything. So it is the kind of a web, we can say it is a formal chart, or can say it is a hierarchy which is being followed. So there should be always a conformity to whom we have to respond back. So what here it is, like control must be designed so as to reflect the character and the structure of the plan. If the organization is clear and the responsibility for work done is well defined, control becomes more effective, and it is simple to isolated persons responsible for the deviation. Next is the efficiency of the control. So when we are controlling someone, mean when we are supervising someone, you need to be efficient enough. You need to be like skillful, you need to be experienced, you should have that friendly vibes, you should have the leadership qualities. Means you are capable of taking the group of 25-30 subordinate along with yourself to complete the task. Or it should not be like you are at the higher position but you don't know how to interact with your subordinates, how to make them work properly, how to improve their skills, how to make them get mingled, or harmony should be there in the organization. But if you don't know how to, then it will not be considered as the efficient controlling. So being a efficient controller or a supervisor, they should know the effective leadership, effective skills, experience should be there, a friendly environment should be required, is required, or can say the interaction communication skills are required. What here it is written, control techniques and approaches are effectively detect deviation from plan and make possible corrective action with the minimum of unsought consequences. Next is future oriented control. So whenever we are controlling, we have to keep our eyes, or we have to think of 10 step ahead. Whenever controlling अगर ऐसा हो करेंगे तो how it gonna get out, if we withhold this thing तो कैसा होगा. तो it's depend, तो we have to firstly think about the future, what can be the pros and cons of the approach we are using for the controlling, either it will be effective for self or not, though it is dependable or it is required. So first it is written here, it stresses that control should be forward looking. Effective control should be aimed to preventing present and the future deviation for the from the plan. So always have to keep future should be a matter of a concern always when you are doing the controlling wala function of the nursing management, or can say a journal management. Next is individuality of the controls. So individuality of controls में क्या है, control should be designed to meet the individual requirements of the managers in the organization. So control should be requirement. For example, SNO ka control over the nursing officer will be completely different than the assistant nursing superintendent over the SNO and the nursing officer. जो हमारा ट्यूटर है इन द कॉलेज उसका कंट्रोलिंग टेक्निक अप्रोच completely different होगा. And everyone according to their experience learn something and bring changes in their controlling or leadership according to what they had faced. Mean controlling is what, it is a learned experience. So either you are learning by controlling, or either you had learned in your past when you was get controlled by other, mean get supervised by other. So it is a learning process. So individual to individual, because every individual is different and individual differences make the individual go with the separate experience, separate skills, and the separate abilities to tackle with. So controlling of every individual in their way are completely different from others. So what here it is written, although some controlling techniques and information can be utilized in the same form by the various type of enterprises and the manager, as a general rule control should be tailored to meet the specific requirement. Or it is in the guidelines, or it is always in the protocol of any enterprises or of any company, to how keep the control over the subordinates, what are the responsibilities they are being provided with, and what are the authorities, what are the delegation they are provided with, mean additional responsibility whatsoever it is. So it is being mentioned in the protocol and the guideline of that enterprises or the company. Next is strategic point control. those strategic point control, it should be according to the strategies, it should be according to the strategical planning what we had done before getting into the action for a project or for the care of the patient, what we are going to provide to the patients. So what here it is written like, effective and the efficient control require the attention to be given to those factors which are strategical to the appraisal of the performance. Okay, so controlling means here when you are supervising someone, see, if I am your supervisor, means 40 people, 40 of you students are under me. I'm keeping eye over you, I'm observing your behavior, I'm observing either you are performing your responsibilities properly or not, what kind of a behavior you are holding up, what kind of attitude you are working with, what are the abilities of yours, what, how you are communicating with others, how your relationship are with the subordinate and the senior. Means there is the observational function of the controller. Even he keep eye over each and every subordinate, uh, observe everything what the subordinates are doing, accordingly their performance, according to their behavior, according to their attitude, according to their performance, there is the requirement of the performance appraisal. It's not about always performance appraisal will be considered. No, if the performance of the person is not up to mark, if he is or she is not able to meet the needs, meet the goals what they are there for, if they are not doing their responsibilities properly, so there will be a kind of can say frothy outcomes for them. Mean they can have to suffer even for that thing, they may get the punishment, so depends on. Next is the exception principle. The exception principles whereby exception to these standards are notified should be adopted. Note must be taken to the varying nature of the exceptions, as small exceptions in certain area may be of a great significance than larger exceptions elsewhere. Next is the principle of reviewing. The control system should be reviewed periodically, either it is accordingly or not. The review exercise may take some or all the point emphasized in the above stated principles. So that review should include key all the principle what we had discussed above, are they are getting fulfilled or not, are they being followed or not. So it should be reviewed in that, can say a kind of a review should be done for that. Beside flexibility and economical nature or the controls should not be lost sight of while reviewing the control. So that's it, that are the principle of the controlling. Let get just summarize it. So these are the principle. First was the principle of objectives, it should be objective focused, interdependent of the plan and the control. Control responsibility, principle of control being in the conformity to the organizational pattern. Efficiency of the control, future oriented control, individuality of the controls, strategic point control, the exception principle, and then the principle of reviewing. Next is the concept of controlling. So, according to the modern concepts, control is a forcing action, whereas earlier concepts or control was used only when the error were detected. Control is in management means setting the standards, measuring the actual performance, and taking the corrective action for that. So the techniques of the managerial control are both traditional and the modern techniques. Firstly, we will discuss the traditional one and then we will discuss the modern one in the next video. So the traditional techniques used are like refer to the techniques that have been used by the business organization for a long period of time are and are in the use till now. so traditionally mean that are being followed from the ancient time. The first is the personal observation, uh, can be the statistical reports, break even analysis, budgetary control. Firstly, discussing the personal observation. So what is in the personal observation? This is the most traditional technique of the controlling. It help a manager to control the first hand information about the performance of the employee. So a supervisor or the controller is the first person who is in the first contact with the subordinates or in the field area. So I told you previously, he used to keep observing the subordinates, either they are performing well or not. So it is the first hand information about the employee's performance in the organization. It also creates the psychological pressure on the employees. It is a mentality, it is the psychological fact. When someone we know he is keeping eye over me, I have to perform well, I have to give my 100%. um, Okay, can say it is a psychological fact कि जब teacher when enter into the class, to be in the good books of that teacher, student used to behave properly. Same way जब the subordinate are in the eye or they know कि supervisor उनको supervise कर रहा है, he is observing them, so they will perform accordingly and they will emphasize themselves over the performances. So it is said here same. However, this technique is not to be effectively used in all kind of a job, and it is very time consuming. And time consuming, okay. Secondly, every individual saying it is an individual difference. Sometime it used to bring the what we can say, even the students say that key partiality. It is the human nature. Someone you like, someone you don't like, so you had the prejudgment regarding the subordinates you might have. Okay, so that pre judgment of for that person, instead of your personal issues with sorry, instead of his performance, you are judging him because of the personal issues. You don't like him personally, because of that even the performance of the person may get hampered. So it is not that much effective, and sometimes it is not applicable for certain situation where it is a time consuming one, or where the subordinate have sorry the supervisor have to be at this other places, or they have to control other things, even not only at the one area. Next is the statistical report. What's in the statistical report? It is the statistical analysis in the form of the percentages, ratio, average, etc. In different area provides useful information regarding the performances of an organization to its manager. When such information is presented in the form of the tables, graphs, charts, etc., it facilitates comparison of the performance with the standards laid and with the previous year performance. Okay, statistical की बात करें तो let's take a simple example. I'm your class teacher, I'm coming to the class, I'm taking your attendance considering attendance a one way of your performance. ठीक है, those who have the more absenteeism, those are always the absentees, unki performance definitely it will not be good. So I'll make a graph, I will give a graphical representation that these students are uh, continuously coming to the class, their presentation they are present in every class, these much student are the absentees. So it will give me a graphical presentation key whose performance, yeah, who are the most student who are those always present in the class, who are not. The same wise, attendance can be a matter of a concern, their performance can be checked by checking the productivity. Okay, if it is related to a handbag making, so every day की how much of the bag are made by one person, उसके बाद हम graphical formation करेंगे and we can check the performance of the subordinates. Next is break even analysis. The technique used by the manager to study the relationship between the sales volume, cost and profit is known as break even analysis. तो जितना हमने प्रोड्यूस किया है उतना हमने बेचा है, कुछ प्रॉफिट हुआ है, अगर प्रॉफिट हुआ है तो it goes to the subordinates. This technique help the manager in estimating the profit at the different level of the activities. So it is the break even analysis. Next is the budgetary control. So under this technique, different budgets are prepared for the different operation in an organization in advance. These budgets act as standards for comparing them with actual performances and taking necessary action for the attainment of the organizational goal. So here we studied about the traditional techniques used in the controlling process. So first was the personal one, then the statistical in the graphical presentation, break-even analysis, that how much of the profit was after doing the activities, and budgetary control. Previously we used to formulate the budget and then see how we gonna attain the goals. So that's all about today's topic. We had studied the principle of controlling. There are 10 principles, and then we had studied the technique used in the controlling. So there are two technique, traditional one and the recent one, or can say the modern one. In the tradition when we studied the personal observation, statistical, break-even analysis and the budgetary control. And in next video or in next lecture we will discuss the modern techniques of managerial control. So that's all for today's topic. Thank you and have a nice day.